So I wanted to share with you today a mind-shifting experience. So in my early years as a junior PM, I had started a new junior project management role in a global company, and I was to work below a senior PM and doing my work. And so anyway, after a few weeks, it became very, very clear to me the inefficiencies of this particular person that I was working for. And I also had other people coming to me and venting to me about this particular person, because they actually knew how efficient I was, because they actually saw after a month a dramatic improvement in the way that things were operating and so forth. And so they'd come and vent to me regularly, and I was getting a bit frustrated about the whole situation and what to do. And then it clicked, it really clicked. It was not so much as that this person was inefficient and all over the place and couldn't track the project and didn't know what they were doing. It was probably because they didn't have the tools that they needed to be able to do their job properly, or they didn't know how to actually operate the systems properly to get the information they needed to be able to keep track of things. And because I was new, I was only a month into it, I was already developing things to keep myself on top of the work and to be able to track things myself. And so I decided that because I was developing these things for myself and I was trialing them and they were working, that I would try and get this the senior PM more more efficient in his role as well. So what I did was I actually shared my tools with him and a few other people on the project team. And I showed them how to operate it, what they needed to do, how it would bring the information into this particular tool, and the setup of the tool and so forth, and how to actually use it to generate reports and keep track of things and so forth like that. And anyway, so as I was showing him, he's like, "Oh, this is brilliant, I love this." And anyway, so the meeting with him ended, and a week later, surprise, surprise, he actually started to use the tools that I gave him. He asked me a few questions here and there about them, and then pretty much, after a month, he was really efficient at using them, and he could keep track of, where the project was at, where different pieces of the project were at. He also used it for generating his reports for the clients and so forth, and everyone saw a massive difference in the way that he operated and what he did and what he actually could tell people on the status and everything else of the project. And for me, that was a mindset shift for me, because instead of me staying frustrated and annoyed at the fact that I was the really efficient person and that he was really, really inefficient and couldn't do his job properly, and he was all over the place with everything, I went above and beyond in that putting together these tools for myself, which I would have done anyway to get myself up to speed properly and on top of things, I actually shared them with him. And through that mind shift, it was like, well, it made me realize that he didn't know how to actually use the systems properly. He used to call all of these meetings just to talk about the next meeting we were going to have, and just to talk about the status of things when he could have just pulled the information from the system. Now, what I did notice through him using my tools over the next few months was there became less and less meetings on, you know, the next meeting and on the status of things, because he was using the tools so efficiently that that he knew where everything was at, and, you know, everyone else in the team was, you know, they were way more productive because they weren't dragged into meetings all of the time. And, you know, so it goes to show you that when you share information, when you share tools with people who may not be at the same level as you are, you know, that they can change too. And they can become more effective, and they can become more efficient in what they're doing as well, which means in the end, there are less people frustrated, less people annoyed, you know? And I'm really proud of myself for doing that, because I was only a junior in that role at the time, and I could, you know, everyone saw the difference. So they knew that it was because of what I had done and how I went about actually getting him to see that he, you know, needed to use them, and highlighting the benefits of using them. So if you'd like to know more about this mindset shift and how you can actually have that sort of mindset shift in the things that you're doing as well, then direct message me. I'm more than happy to actually, you know, coach you through how to actually have that mindset shift, and, you know, how to move you forward from a very frustrating situation. Anyway, have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon.